Teasing and taunting had always been thought as a part of life, up until now. In Columbine, our nation saw the effects of bullying. The 1999 shooting took place at Columbine High School in Colorado. Eric David Harris and Dylan Klebold were two very angry, fed-up teenage boys. Two were described as unpopular and were frequent targets of bullying. They entered school that April 20th, 1999 and went on a shooting spree, killing 12 students, 1 teacher, and leaving 25 others critically injured. It was the deadliest incident in American history that took place in a high school. The cause of it all? Bullying. Here's what one of the victims, Anne-Marie Hochulter, had to say.
My name's Anne-Marie Hochulter, and I was injured in the Columbine shootings. I thought that it was a senior prank. I didn't think that it was real or anything, and I thought they were using paintball. Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold were up a concrete flight of stairs, and they were shooting down at everybody. I felt a stinging in my back when I thought that this was the end.
10 years later, after Columbine in 2009, 11-year-olds Carl Walker Hoover and Jaheim Hara of DeKalb, Georgia, both hung themselves after being bullied on a daily basis and being called gay.
You act like you're gay, you think you're gay, are you gay? Boys initially that, bothered him and called him names. And they threatened to beat him up.
Both mothers pleaded with school officials to address the problem. Nothing was ever done. Carl's mother found him dead, hanging from the stairwell banister.
My niece called 911, and then my daughter brought up a knife, and I cut the extension cord myself. I don't know what else I could have done.
Jaheim returned home after school and proudly showed his mother his report card, full of A's and B's. Shortly after, when Jaheim did not answer his mother's call to come and eat dinner, his mother and sister climbed the stairs to find Jaheim hanging in the closet.
First, he used to tell me everything, that he's tired of everybody always messing with him in school. He's tired of telling everybody about the problems, and they never do nothing about it, so the only way out is by killing himself.
Phoebe Prince is another example of young teens taking their lives. As a high school transfer student from Ireland, she was picked on strictly because she was new. A large group of students tormented Prince every day with names like whore, bitch, slut, skank. Eventually, Prince found the attacks to be unbearable. On January 14, 2010, Prince walked home from school and hung herself in a stairwell.
Helpless parents are beginning to lash out against those bullying their kids. James Jones of Lake Mary, Florida, stormed onto a school bus to confront students who he believed were bullying his 13-year-old daughter, who suffers from cerebral palsy.
Poking my daughter with a pencil, thumping the ear, twisting and putting your hand on her.
Jones admits what he did was wrong, but he does not apologize for standing up for his daughter.
At that time, I was a bully, and I apologize again for that. I thought I was backed up against the wall as a parent, and I just didn't know where else to go.
66-year-old Jose Guerrero also took matters into his own hands and allegedly assaulted a 5th grader with a stun gun after an incident his son had with the alleged victim. In the fight against bullying, schools in Miami-Dade County have begun offering their students a special lesson.
As soon as you sit down, copy the 5 words: bully, victim, empathy, personal responsibility, and choices. And then we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about what those words mean to you.
The Bullying Prevention Program encourages students to come forward and report bullying, whether as targets or witnesses. Faculty, administration, parents, and students all work together to make their school safer. The program does not only help the victims of bullying, but the bullies as well, by digging deeper to find the reason why they bully and by teaching them compassion and understanding.
Because it's not about punishment. It's about dealing with the consequence, but also teaching the student who's doing the bullying about compassion, about why, getting to the core of why he's doing the bullying, or she.
Bullying is an incredible damaging act that leaves its victims feeling helpless and hopeless. Being bullied labels its victims as weak. It strips away any confidence or power or optimism one may have.
When I've been bullied, I felt really bad because then people make fun of me, and then I feel very terrible about it, and then I feel like I want to be alone, and I want to, once I really wanted to hurt myself badly.
Bullying is not an isolated incident. The victims that get picked on have to face these comments day in and day out. Eventually, they begin to believe the things bullies are saying are true. And these victims either fall into depression or become very angry or bitter. If you're being bullied or witness somebody being bullied, tell adults both inside and outside the school. They can help solve your issue. For more information, log on to stopbullying.gov.